What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Grady and I listen to country music and whatever else I want to. And today, there's not a new song I'm listening to. That's happening tomorrow, or I guess it's today for you, with the new Miranda Lambert single, and then we got the Highwomen that are coming out with a single. But I'm not listening to music today because I got really distracted this afternoon with this freaking FaceApp thing where you can make people look old. And I just was playing around with it, and I ended up doing like 30 different country stars just to see what they would look like old. And I was like, well, I should just share these because I think they're funny. And so to add a little bit of meat to this thing, I'm going to show you guys all these old people photos because it's fun. And then I am going to say, kind of on a very base level, how do I think people will talk about these stars in like 30 years? You know, the same way that if I ask someone, do you know who Johnny Cash is? They might say, oh, is he the one that played in prisons? That might be as deep as their knowledge goes. I'm going to try and synthesize what is the thing that we'll remember these people as in maybe 2050. How will people talk about these artists? Brett Young. Pretty Boy of Country, and let's see the old version. Honestly, a handsome older man. I think Brett Young will be remembered as... Jeez, this is hard. I think the uniqueness of his voice, the kind of, call that, like whiny voice. He'll be remembered for having a whiny voice. Stapleton. Let's see as he gets older. Okay. Looks not that different. I think Stapleton will be remembered as the quality songwriter with a crazy good voice that was kind of the tipping point of country music going from its sort of exploratory pop phase back towards quality. His moment with Justin Timberlake and the kind of thing that signified in the identity of country music. Thomas Rhett. And old version? Why is that so funny to me? Oh, this photo makes me laugh. This photo, he looks like, oh, my back hurts. Ugh. What are kids gonna say about Thomas Rhett? Wasn't he the one that kind of was just like a pop star? Or they'll say, oh, wasn't he the one that had like a cute family? Carrie Underwood. This one's funny. Let's see, old version. This app is amazing. Sometimes the effects on it are wild how good they are. Okay. Old Carrie crying is very humorous to me. Carrie Underwood will be remembered as the belter of her generation. That's what I think. Sturgill. Old Sturgill? Hey, Old Sturgill looks, I think Old Sturgill looks not so out of the ordinary. I feel like this is exactly what Sturgill will look like in 30 years. Sturgill will be remembered as, wasn't he kind of the leader of the new outlaw movement? You know, we've had the outlaw moment in country music past with like Merle and Waylon, but he was the kind of the ringleader of the new outlaws. Wasn't he the guy that sang outside of the Bridgestone Arena with his Grammy because he wasn't nominated for any CMAs? Maybe. Okay, Casey Musgraves. And old one. Wow, Casey looks, I think she still looks very beautiful. Casey Musgraves, I think, wow. I think Casey will be remembered as kind of a gentle songwriter that everyone enjoyed. Almost kind of like how Dolly is for this generation. Like people, whether they're traditional or popular fans, I feel like everyone just has such respect for Dolly, and I feel like Casey's in a similar lane. Okay, Tyler Childers and old version. I mean, Tyler Childers looks like he's had some long nights at the bar in this year. So I would say Tyler will be remembered as another one of the outlaws, kind of the Sturgill outlaws. Is a Kentucky guy. What will people say? Oh, Tyler Childers was right there in the new Highwaymen. Jason Aldean and old Jason Aldean. I mean, he's not that far off from looking like this now. Jason Aldean will be remembered as a champion of the flyover states. Almost like the Tea Party of country music. Really wanted to enfranchise the overlooked people in America, and it has worked for him. Luke Bryan and old Luke Bryan. I tweeted this one because I liked it. I said, "Country girl, shake that vanilla and shore for me." Luke Bryan, I think, will be remembered as the booty shaking king of bro country. I mean, there was a whole movement. People will talk about bro country and this party sound to country music for a long time. And I think Luke Bryan was kind of the kingpin of the whole party sound. He has some really good songs at the same time, but I think that'll be like the one-liner by him. Midland and Old Midland. Wow. I mean, this look kind of works to me. I feel like they can pull this off. Midland will be, I think, significant as they were a turning point in Nashville wanting to create a bridge with Texas country, even just in their name being Midland. And even though there's a lot of people that say they weren't a huge part of the Texas scene, I think their aesthetics, their throwback kind of sound, their harmonies, their great music, evoking 90s country sound and the pendulum swinging back. Maybe it'll be way shallower. Oh, they were the guys that wore nudie suits. That might be it. Okay, Maren Morris and Old Maren. Interesting. Some of these are funny to me. Maren will be remembered, I think, as a sort of feminist pop star country girl. It is hard to say. Like, will she be remembered as a country star? I don't know. John Party. And old John Party. Wow, old John Party looks nice. It helps not having facial hair. Facial hair makes you look way older. John Party. People will say, oh, he was the California country star, I think. He's done a really good job branding it and kind of having that Bakersfield sound in his sound. So he'll be the revival of the Bakersfield sound. Okay, Luke Combs. Wow, old Luke Combs. Old Luke Combs looks like an MMA coach or something. Luke Combs will be remembered. People will say he was the Garth Brooks of his generation. I think he'll just be remembered as the crowd-pleasing superstar everyman of his generation. Morgan Wallen. Old Morgan Wallen. Old Morgan Wallen, to me, I think this might be the... Like, this looks cool. If I were a grandpa and looked like this, I'd feel awesome about it. The mullet works on older people, I think. Morgan Wallen, let's see. Right now, I think he'll be remembered as, wasn't he the guy that rocked a mullet? But I think he has the potential to be much bigger than that. He does seem to march. Maybe he'll be remembered as this, as the sort of the figurehead of dirtbag country. That's the thing I've kind of been thinking about with the revival of this 90s country sound, as Riley Green has gotten this mustache, and Florida Georgia Line's dirtied up their look a lot. Morgan has certainly dirtied up his look, and now I've seen this guy Red Farron, and he's rocking a mullet too. There's a lot of sort of this, I don't know how to describe it other than kind of like dirtbag or Joe Dirt fashion, but I'm gonna call Morgan Wallen the bring in like dirty country into the mix. FGL and old FGL. Wow. Old Florida Georgia Line. I think this is kind of a cool look. I think they look sort of esteemed. Florida Georgia Line, wow, it's hard to say what their legacy will be. It will be huge. I said Luke Bryan was like the father of bro country, but in many ways, these guys are the originator of that sound. It's just that Luke Bryan kind of took it to another level. Maybe Luke Bryan is like mom country, and these guys are bro country, and bringing in hip hop and R&B influences very heavily. I also think they'll be remembered as songwriters. These guys have written so many songs and are some of the most influential artists of this whole time. But maybe that's what people will say about them then. Maybe. Okay, Kayne Brown. Old Kayne Brown. Old Kayne Brown looks... Oh, this photo is really funny to me for some reason. Kayne Brown will be remembered as, didn't he have a line in his hair? Sounded R&B-ish. It's part of the kind of R&B pop country sound, I guess. Okay, Kenny Chesney. Old Kenny Chesney. Old Kenny Chesney. Pitch perfect. That's exactly what I thought Kenny Chesney would look like. And he's going to. Sitting out in the sun all day. Kenny Chesney will be remembered as, wasn't he the beach country guy? Didn't he sing a lot about, like, the ocean? That'll be his thing. And he has cornered that market. Miranda. Old Miranda. Old Miranda looks great. Miranda Lambert, I think she'll be remembered as the Spitfire country girl. As the Texas Pistol. Maybe that's what people will call her. I think between Gunpowder and Lead and Kerosene, that'll be her thing. And honestly, probably as one half of the legendary country music couples, Blake and Miranda. Speaking of Blake Shelton. And old Blake Shelton. Old Blake Shelton, man, having any facial hair really makes you look so much older. Blake Shelton will be remembered as, this is hard because there's been a lot of lives of Blake. Maybe he'll be remembered as the TV star, the TV country star, or the comedy country star, because he's almost just as famous for his comedy at this point, like not stand-up, but his humor and being a voice judge, as he is for his country career. Now he's an old fart and jackass. Maybe people will have forgotten about that quote by then. Okay, Mason Ramsey. Old Mason Ramsey. Like, makes me uncomfortable. This one, he'll be remembered as the first meme country star who parlayed being in a viral video in a Walmart into a career. And for yodeling. Eric Church. Old Eric Church. Wow, people will say, I think, that he was kind of the country rock star. That he really brought almost American heartland rock into country music. And maybe they'll just say, wasn't he the one that wore aviators? Look how badass he looks in this photo. Hopefully, by the time Eric Church is this old, he has his Entertainer of the Year win. Nomination and win. That's the dream. Dierks. Old Dierks. Dierks Bentley will be remembered. It's tough to say. He's had a long career and a lot of hits. Does he have like a stereotypical identity? It's kind of good when you don't. I feel similar to Dierks how I felt about Casey, where I was like, it's kind of hard to define him. And that's probably a good sign for you as an artist. Maybe like king of the travel song. If you watch my top 10 of Dierks Bentley, he has a lot of songs about leaving and moving and drifting and flying and being on a boat. I'm going to say king of the travel song because I can't think of one, but that's a good sign. Okay, Dan and Shay, and old version. I don't know, they look kind of cool. Dan and Shay will be like sorority, weren't they the sorority balladeers or something? Like the poppy belters. I think, like, look, they have a giant fan base, so in 30 years maybe it'll be like, oh, they're like my mom's favorite country band. The same way a lot of like parents that are maybe in their 50s, 60s right now, their kids are like, oh, my parents love Brooks and Dunn. I think a lot of people will say that about Dan and Shay. Kelsey Ballerini. Old Kelsey Ballerini. Old Kelsey Ballerini looks like kind of just a California mom, something like that. Kelsey Ballerini will be remembered as maybe like the most feminine country star, in that I think her music's very girlish, and she's kind of proud to be girlish. Femininity, in a way. It's like pink and glittery and lipstick involved, all that. And that's it. That was me going through all my different FaceApp country stars. I hope that was fun. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I think it's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's my FaceApp. I enjoyed doing it, and here's what I looked like without a beard from my old Entertainment Weekly headshot. And I just wanted to do this for fun. There's a lot of music on the way. I wanted to make this video because it's kind of easy to make this video, and I have something really, really big in the works, and that's why things are kind of slow on the channel, but they're gonna pick up. Excited to show you guys. It's coming up very soon, and I will talk to you guys soon.